Fandoms Anonymous.
Speaking of tickets, this is something I want to touch on as well. I was looking online, and I saw a post that said advanced tickets for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 are on sale. When I pulled up the AMC movie site to check my local times or local listings for a movie coming out on May 5th, Thursday night showing is already sold out. They have already branched out the showings for the entire weekend. So I wanted to talk about that for a moment to show or to ask to you all, how confident do you think Marvel is about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to the fact that now you can go buy tickets for the full first weekend for all showtimes? There are no showtimes missing. I'm talking about for my local theater from morning to night, the tickets are on sale and available. The IMAX and the 3D tickets for the Thursday night premiere are already wiped out. The only tickets you can probably get are the regular tickets for a regular showing. So how confident do you guys think Marvel is about Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Jeremy?
Well, I mean, they're very confident. At this point, like, all Disney has to do is put out a movie. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's good or bad anymore. They just got to put out a movie, and a billion people are going to go see it, and, you know, they know it. Like, realistically, let's take a look. And, again, I know this is all kind of redundant, but let's take a look at what all properties, you know, Disney owns. And it's your Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's your Star Wars. It's your live-action adaptations of the Disney classics. It's, you know, the Pixar stuff that's coming out separate from the Disney Animated Studio stuff that's coming out. And those things are box office behemoths. You know, I saw Beauty and the Beast. I don't know that we've even talked about it since then. I saw it, and I was very, very indifferent to it. I didn't really care one way or the other. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't really like it. And the critics kind of were pretty split down the middle. It wasn't overwhelmingly a hit or something like that as far as with critics, but audiences, they sure turned up. You know, if they liked the original and they went in there, they saw it, they loved it. I've seen a dozen Star Wars movies, or, you know, a half dozen Star Wars movies in the theaters, and never have I heard the amount of applause and laughter and, like, excitement from the crowd as I did in Beauty and the Beast. And to me, that just kind of says something about the times that we're living in. It's like Disney runs the multiplex. Disney is the reason why movie theaters are still a viable thing, because otherwise we'd just be chilling at our houses watching Netflix. So Disney's the one studio that has a monopoly on the most impassioned group of fans in the entire world, and I think that that's why they could put out tickets for sale for the next Star Wars movie right now, and within how many hours would it be completely sold out all over the country, you know?
Completely. Kevin, what's your take on the whole ticket ordeal?
Well, you know, summer blockbusters are starting earlier and earlier every year. I mean, look at Kong, look at Logan, look at the things that we've been doing earlier and earlier every year. The tickets going on sale, that's kind of for certain films. I'm not going to say every movie, but I've seen that before. When you have these summer blockbusters, we are living in an age now where it used to be, and I use the summer that Jurassic Park and T2 came out. Mm-hmm. Those were event films. That was an event the whole family could get around. We're back to that age now. Beauty and the Beast has done, $650 million in 2 weekends worldwide?
Yeah.
They did $88 million last weekend. Power Rangers did $40 million. I will tell you that Saban did themselves a disservice by putting that movie out anywhere near Beauty and the Beast. When you have kids and kids pick the movie, the family's going to go see what the kids want to see. And that's kind of where they were split. I think Power Rangers makes more money if they don't go up against that Disney behemoth that is Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And I'm only bringing up the Power Rangers Beauty and the Beast conversation to show that these are event films. And people want to make sure, number one, the internet culture will spoil that movie for you if you don't go see it in the first weekend. Number two, have an opportunity now to get your family tickets because the movies can be expensive. A family of 4 going to the movies just to get in is about $55.
Unless you go to the matinee.
Unless you go to the matinee. All right? So you get in there, $50, $55 to get in. You haven't bought anything to drink, or maybe $45 to $55, depending on where you live. You haven't bought anything to drink. You haven't bought any popcorn, anything like that. These showings allow you to go ahead and pick your time, go ahead and get your ticket. You get paid several more times before then. Now you can buy your popcorn, do this and that.
Yeah,
and
right.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a whole lot that goes into this whole thing. Also, movie theaters now, a lot of them, you get to pick your own seats before you even get to the theater. It's not first come, first served in a lot of theaters. My mother goes to a theater where you pick your seats online. So now I can say, you know what, I'm going to see the movie. Let me go ahead and now, so I can be right there in the center of the screen and seat 4, 5, and 6 for my family. Let me go ahead and lock that down now. So I bought the tickets, I got the seats, I'm good to go. So movie theaters now offer a lot more than they used to, so it's an incentive for you to go ahead and buy those tickets. Also, this is another way for movie studios to start counting money before it even comes up. They're making money already.
Yeah.
So those showings that are sold out, man, that's probably $10 to $12 million for that first night across the U.S. already banking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same deal. So it's a win-win kind of for everybody. You get the best seat. Maybe, you get the chance to make sure you're there so the internet doesn't spoil it for you, and the movie studio starts to count money before that weekend.
Like I said, I think for me, when I took a look at that, I was like, oh, my God. And I can compare it to the release of Power Rangers because I bought my Thursday night Power Rangers ticket the Friday before. So a week before I just got paid, woke up fresh that morning, paid some bills, paid a few other things, I bought my ticket. But
right.
I thought that they were only going to do a 7 o'clock showing on Thursday. When it got to Wednesday evening or Wednesday morning after midnight, all the other showings popped up. So they had a 7, an 8:45, and a 10 o'clock. So it showed me the parallel between the popularity. Not saying Power Rangers isn't popular because it was an awesome movie. It showed the difference between the popularity and, like you guys said, the Disney behemoth. Disney will make sure that you have all the showtimes off the rip. Bottom line, you're gonna see these showtimes. But a smaller picture like Power Rangers or any other type movie, you're gonna have to wait till that Wednesday before you can see the full showings.
Mm-hmm.
So to be right at a month, almost right about a month out, to have all the showings, I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I agree. And it is. It's important to look at the big picture. Like everything that Kevin said, it's not just the confidence on the part of the studio, but it's also the comfort of the consumer of being able to just take care of it and actually plan for it. Like that's something I didn't even consider. And then you can make it an event. You can make sure the whole family's off for that weekend and you've got your tickets ahead of time. And then obviously just alleviating the amount of cost that goes into taking a family to a movie. So I do think that's again, it's just something I wouldn't have thought about that I think is worth considering in the future for theaters in general. And I've never heard of that preceding like sporting events and stuff, like where where you're going. Yep. I wish we had that.
Yeah, they've got it. They've got it. And just to give you guys,
is that Carmike, Kevin?
It is actually oh my God, I can't. Give me a minute, I'll tell you. But that theater is called the Monaco, and it's in Huntsville, Alabama. My mother lives.
Okay, it's in Huntsville. Okay, I was thinking Mobile.
No, it's in Huntsville, where she lives, and they go and they selected seats, and it's been that way since she moved there years and years ago. And we go to the movies and we log on and we pick our seats, and you just go in and you typically don't have any problems. You just go in there and your seats are available. And it also saves you time from going to the theater, and then you can look and say, okay, 7 o'clock, guys, there aren't any good seats available. We got to go at 7:45.
Mm-hmm.
And you can know that in the daytime. You know what I mean? And not have to worry about getting there and trying to get there early and fighting for seats and all that. You're running a few minutes late, you get there. You know, there's somebody sitting in your seat that's got to get their ass up. That just is what it is. But
I'm gonna have to go hit that up.
Yeah. So let me give you guys a quick let's go back to 2014 for 1 second. I know we got to move on. So let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy and what they did their opening weekend. Okay, their opening weekend was $94 million. The Friday showings, okay, so that's going to be Thursday. I don't know what time they started on Thursday, but this number I'm about to give you includes the Thursday showing. So let's just say they started at 7 o'clock on Thursday. Thursday all the way to midnight on Friday, it did $37 million. Okay? And that was in 4,080 theaters. So I'm saying that they're counting their money. So you got to look at all the tickets that were pre-sold probably. They're counting. Disney's counting a lot of money, and they have to go ahead and make sure. You know what I'm saying? If you really look at that number, and I'm not saying anything negative about Power Rangers here. I just want you to know that Guardians first day did $3 million less than what Power Rangers did all weekend.
And that was before the overwhelming positive critical reception and before people were going back for repeat viewings or any of the stuff that happened afterwards. That's just unbelievable.
Exactly.
And I really do believe that it was the Marvel banner at that point that had already kind of shifted tides, and people were like, oh, that's a Marvel movie. I'm going to see that Marvel movie, you know?
Exactly. So that's my point, is to say, Malcolm, I agree with what you're talking about. That machine over there that is Disney/Marvel, you know, their marketing arm has it down, and they did what they needed to do. And whereas a movie like Power Rangers, at this point, because it's new, they're just getting established or whatever. You know, the Guardians of the Galaxy had a great marketing campaign and the benefit of being part of the MCU. But when you look at a movie like Power Rangers, which is a fine film, I have no problem with it at all, they aren't the movie that people move their movie off that weekend because they don't want to go again. Beauty and the Beast is that movie you move your movie off that weekend because you don't want to go against. Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Star Wars, or whatever. Those are movies that you look at that chart and say, oh, Star Wars is coming out. I don't want to be anywhere near that movie when it comes out. So push the release date back or move it up. And that's the type of thing that you have to look at. So, yeah. But that's just my little 2 cents.